Hello, hello, and welcome to another fabulous day in the art room. It's so good to see you, my third grade friends. Welcome back. All right, this is for any of you who might have missed the last couple lessons in art. All right, if you missed the last lesson in art, this video is for you. Don't worry, it's here on YouTube for you to watch. All right, so this last lesson that we were working on in third grade, we were talking about the artist process, okay? The artist process, right? And the artist process is something important. My fourth and fifth graders have learned how to do the artist process, and they learned it through this first lesson, all right? They learned it in the third grade here in this first lesson. So let's go ahead and get started, all right? You're going to need some pencil, or you're going to need a pencil. Oops. You're going to need a pencil and some paper, okay? A pencil and some paper. Go ahead and go find a pencil and some paper for me. You're going to need a couple sheets of paper and a pencil. Any kind of paper will do. All right? Once you hunt that down, all right, you can pause the video if you need to, but once you hunt down a pencil and some paper, all right, it's time to get started with the artist process. The first step in the artist process is to brainstorm, okay? That just means to think of as many ideas as you possibly can. That's what that means, okay? Your project today, you're going to be brainstorming ideas for what could I turn a circle into in my drawing. You're going to turn a circle into something in your drawing, okay? So your job right now is to brainstorm, all right? Take your pencil and your paper. Think about how many different things you could turn into a circle. I want you to go ahead and start making a list, okay? So you might say, ooh, I'm going to make my list. Oh, I think I could turn a circle into an ice cream, a scoop of ice cream. Yes, it could totally be a scoop of ice cream. I could turn it into a basketball. I might turn it into a mermaid's head. I might turn it into monster truck wheels, the wheels of a monster truck. I might turn it into a kitty's face, a kitty cat's face. There are so many things that you could turn a circle into. So you just keep writing your list, right? You might have 3 things on your list. That's okay. You might have 10 things on your list. That's okay too. But I want you to brainstorm. Think of how many ideas you can come up with for what you could turn a circle into. You don't have to copy down. I wouldn't want you to copy down the exact same things as me, right? I want you to come up with, if you want to use some of these ideas, that's fine. But I want you to come up with some of your own ideas. Look around you. What do you see? What could I turn a circle into? All right, think about these things. All right, make your list. All right, that's the first step. That's the first part of the process here is to make a list. Brainstorm your idea. Okay. Next, once you have a list and you're ready, you're feeling ready, right? Look at your list and find an idea on your list that you're very excited about, that you really want to make happen. Something that you're like, ooh, I'm really excited about that. All right, pick something out. I think for me, I'm really excited about the mermaid's head, so I'm going to do that one. Okay, so go ahead and pick one out that you really like. All right, next I'm going to make an idea web using that idea. So I said, I really like my mermaid's head idea. That's the one I'm going to go with. So I would write down that idea on my paper, and then I'm going to circle it. I'm going to create what's called an idea web. This is going to help me organize my thoughts. So it's going to help me kind of organize, okay, this is what I want to put in my picture, right? So the main idea is in the middle, all right? The mermaid's head. Okay, that's what I want to turn my circle into. So whatever you chose off of your list when you're brainstorming, that's going to be in the middle of your web, okay? Next, you're going to say, okay, mermaid's head. If I want a mermaid's head, what else do I want to add in there? I think I'm going to add a mermaid's body. Okay, see? So I've added another little bubble up here, and I connected it to my main idea. The mermaid's head is the main idea, and then I decided, oh, you know what? If I'm going to do the mermaid's head, I think I'm also going to include the mermaid's body, right? Next, I'm thinking about where is this happening? You got to decide, where is this circle? If this circle, whatever you turned it into, whatever you chose to turn it into, where would it be? What kind of setting would it be in? If I've got a mermaid, I think my picture is going to be under the sea. There you go. So you got to think about where is it happening, right? Next, I'm going to think about, okay, well, what things are under the sea? What kind of objects could I add in my background? Because it would be kind of boring if I just had a picture that had a mermaid's head and a mermaid's body. I need to have a picture that's full of stuff, right? It's got stuff in it, right? So I'm thinking, this for my background, I really like a fishy. I think there'd be, if I'm under the sea, there's got to be a fish there. Right? I'm going to connect that. See, look at all these bubbles kind of coming off of my main idea bubble. The mermaid's head is the main idea, and then I've got all these little ideas coming off of that. That's how I'm creating this kind of web coming out. See that? All right. Next, I'm going to think, well, if I have a fishy, maybe I think it'd be, I have this idea. I think it'd be a really cute idea to have some bubbles coming out of that fishy's mouth. So I'm going to write bubbles on my paper. I'm going to connect that to fishy. All right, so because I want the bubbles to come from the fish's mouth, I'm going to connect those two. So those two are connected in my idea web. All right. Next, I'm thinking, okay, what other kind of things could I add? Maybe I'm like, I want to add some seaweed. It's important to have those plants underneath the water. There we go. Underwater for me to kind of see, ooh, look at that, some sea life under there. Awesome. Maybe I'm like, what if I added a pirate's treasure chest, like some sunken treasure? Add it to my web. Awesome. So now I've got some ideas on my idea web. You can keep going. You can make your web big. Your web can be kind of small. That's fine too, but I want you to try out making an idea web. So you're writing down all your ideas for your picture. Okay? Next, we're going to move on to the next step. Exciting stuff. All right. My next step is to sketch it out. So I'm looking at my idea web. Take your idea web out. Right? You're looking at your idea web. Get another piece of paper, and I want you to go ahead and do just with pencil. All right, don't make it fancy, but just with pencil, go ahead and do a sketch. All right. So I've got my mermaid's head. I did a little sketch where I turned the mermaid's head. All right, turned the circle into a mermaid's head. Added the mermaid's body. All right. I was thinking about, okay, where do I want that seaweed? Where do I want my fishy with the bubbles? Where do I want my pirate's treasure chest, right? And that's kind of the purpose of your sketch. Your sketch is your planning, right? You're planning out where things are going to go. And that's really the purpose of the artist process. The artist process is to help artists plan out what the work of art is going to look like. And it's very useful. My 4th graders use it. My 5th graders use it, right? And people in middle school use it, high school, college. Artists, professional artists use the artist process to help us kind of figure out, okay, this is what I'm going to make my work of art about, all right? So it's important to learn how to do this and learn how to make this plan, okay? So go ahead and take your pencil and paper and go ahead and make a sketch, all right? Using your idea web, you can look at your idea web to remind yourself, okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to put in my picture. I wanted to add that, all right? But go ahead and make a sketch, okay? It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be detailed. It just has to kind of show you, okay, that's where I want to put the stuff. Okay, and it's really helpful. I've moved that fishy around like 5 times trying to figure out where I wanted to put him until I decided. So it can help you kind of decide where you want to put things. Okay, next we're going to move on to the next step. So make that sketch, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, the third step in the artist process is to get feedback. All right, this is very important. All right, so what that means is you're going to take your sketch and you're going to take your idea web that you made, all right, and you're going to find somebody, whoever you're spending quality quarantine time with, all right, whoever's in your family, whoever you're spending time with, whoever's where you are, all right, I want you to go ahead and stop them and ask them, hey, could you take a look at my idea and let me know if you have any ideas for my art? All right, you're going to show them your idea web. You might show them what's on your idea web. All right, you might show them, all right, what's in your sketch. All right, you're going to show them what's in your sketch. All right, so show them your sketch, show them what's in your sketch, tell them about what's in your sketch, and then ask them if they have any ideas. This is important for artists because, all right, let's say that you did nothing for the rest of your life but read all the books you could. Even if you tried, you couldn't read all the books that are in the world, all right? There's too many, right? You couldn't have all the experiences that are in the world. There's too many, right? All right? So you need to talk to other people to get their perspective, right? Because other people have read other books from you, have read other books than you have, right? They've had different experiences. So that's why it's important, right, to get that information. They have to ask them about what they think because they have different ideas, different information. They have different brains than you do. So you need to get that information from them, all right? Get some ideas from them to help make your idea even better, to make your picture even better, right? To make your art even better. All right, you need to talk to them because people are like libraries. We all are kind of like libraries. We hold our own information, all right? We've learned different things from the person next to us, right? We've learned different things. We've had different experiences. So talk to them. And that's when you do any group project. Anytime you do a group project, anytime you're working with somebody else, it's important. Try to talk to them. Get their ideas. Get their perspective because people have come from different places. People have different ideas. And when we share our ideas and we kind of work together, we can make something really cool. Make some really cool, beautiful stuff. So go ahead, get some ideas from that person. Decide what ideas you want to use. Right? And then add them to your plan, add them to your sketch, all right? Go ahead and add any ideas that you get from them into your sketch. Like I said, show them your web, show them your sketch, and then ask them if they have any ideas of things you could add. Excellent. Now we're about to move on to the last step. All right, now we're ready for the last stage. Once you've added all those ideas, all right, to your sketch, now we're ready for the last step. Get another piece of paper, right, and we're gonna make the final work of art, all right? When you make your final work of art, you're looking at that plan. You've got that plan next to your other sheet of paper, and you're looking at it, and you're carefully drawing out your plan on the final piece of paper, okay? Take your time on this and add detail. So when I did my final picture, I took my time on it. I was careful when I was drawing. I added some more detail than I had in my sketch. I added some detail to it, added some texture, gave it a little detail, make it look kind of funky and fun, all right? Drew it out, and then I carefully colored it in. I made sure that I was taking my time on it so that other people could see that I really cared about it, that I took my time on it because it's my final work of art. All right, excellent. Beautiful. All right, if you would like this to count towards your art credit, remember to take a picture of it, right? Take a picture of your artwork and then send it to me to my email address, or you can, if your adult uses Remind, they can send me a picture on Remind if you would like this to count towards your art credit. All right, but I hope you enjoyed today's awesome art lesson about using the artist process. I hope you enjoy. You can use this process anytime you want to make a work of art. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.